Welcome to this video tutorial on how to have draft budget in applications in Jems. This tutorial is based on Jems version 6. First of all, I would like to show the workflow how draft budget is handled in most of the programs. First, applications are being submitted with budgets in real cost. These budgets are being assessed, and once the project is likely to be approved, there will be a modification opened, and the real cost shall be replaced by simplified cost options. This resubmitted version, which contains now the so-called draft budget, shall be the basis for the decision. However, also the first version, which has the real cost included, is still accessible in Jems and serves as a documentation how the simplified cost options have been calculated out of the real cost. In Jems, technically, we speak about project proposed simplified cost options. We implemented project proposed unit costs first because this cost item is more versatile and you can literally express lump sums also in terms of unit costs. So in Jems, there is in the call setup a switch where you can enable for the draft budget the project proposed unit costs. This makes it possible that in a project, in any stage, project proposed unit costs can be created individually for an application. And further on, these created project proposed unit costs can, of course, then also be added to the budget. And this is what I'm going to show you now also live in the system. We see here Jems from the perspective of a program user. If I want to have a draft budget available in a call, I have to go to the budget settings in the call, and here at the bottom there is a section for draft budget where I tick allow project proposed unit costs. After saving the call, the respective section E2.1 will be available in the application form. I have already created a call and there are already submitted applications, and I will look into this one now and assess it. I go into the budget of the lead partner, for example. I see here a budget amounting to 32,500 euros, consisting of real cost, staff cost, equipment cost, and the flat rate for travel and accommodation cost. This project has chances to be approved, so I would like now that these real costs are turned into a draft budget, into simplified cost options. So I go into assessment and decision and make the application editable again by returning it to the applicant. If I don't want the applicant to transfer the budget into draft budget, but a program user, I need to go to the project privileges and add a program user here, assign him or her editing rights, and on this way also a program user can, equally as a project user, edit an application and resubmit it. However, in this example, we will be doing it via the applicant. So I go now to the applicant's view. The application is still submitted. I have to reload it because the status change needs to be loaded into the system. Just for the demo, my joint secretariat contact has informed me as the applicant that I have to change the budget. I take out all the real cost items and introduce instead a project proposed unit cost in the same amount. The project proposed unit cost section is now here in section E21. So first of all, I have to create the unit cost. In the requested amount, I also have to indicate if it's covering one or multiple cost categories. In this case, it's multiple: staff cost, travel, and equipment. I save the changes and let's see now if I have it available in the budget. I still see, of course, the cost I have entered upon first submission, the real cost, but also in the section for unit costs covering more than one cost category, I have now my project proposed unit cost available that I just created. You see also there is a prefix E.2.1. This indicates that it is a project proposed unit cost and not a unit cost as defined on the program level as the other two are. Apart from this prefix, these project proposed unit costs behave the same throughout the system, and I can introduce it here. I have now 1 unit in the requested amount and save it. Of course, there is still the rest of my budget, so now I have duplicated the amount, which will not be accepted by the program. So I have to take out the real cost items one by one, save the budget, and also take out this flat rate, although it is anyway calculating to 0, but just to be correct. So this is now all I have to do. My budget is now in the same amount as it was before, and it is now a draft budget expressed by a project proposed unit cost. This is the way I can resubmit it. And now this new submitted version 2 shall be the basis for further assessment and for the selection of the project. However, also the version 1 is still in Jems accessible. And here I can still see the old budget, the real cost. So I see exactly which costs have been transferred into the draft budget, into the project proposed unit cost, as I see it in the version 2. This was the tutorial on draft budget in applications in Jems. Thank you very much for watching.